Hello students, so I hope we are live right now. So today we are going to discuss about time management and how to go about it, how to plan your journey and how to plan your upcoming year. So these are the things which we are going to discuss in this session. So let's get started. Okay, so everyone, I will give you an activity. Write the definition of time management. According to you, how do you manage your time? How do you manage your daily routine? Okay, I want you all to write at least 5 sentences related to your time management or your daily activities. Okay, so this is just a challenge. What are the activities you do on daily basis? Quickly note it down so that we could proceed ahead. Now, see, before we go ahead, I want you to realize what is time management and why it is very important in our life. Okay, time management refers to managing time effectively so that the right time is allocated to right activity. Okay, whatever activities you are doing in day-to-day life, you manage your activity so that your time is saved. Okay, suppose you are studying. Okay, you are studying right now. There is some, I guess. Okay, just a minute. Yes. Now, suppose you are studying and you are facing a difficulty, like you are having doubts, multiple doubts. So you are not able to resolve them. Okay, so how to go about it? So we are going to discuss the various strategies, how to go about your doubt sessions. Now, why do we need time management? First is to save your time. Okay, without time nothing is possible. Okay, time, we say time is money. Agreed. Now, see, whenever we talk about time, we should talk about saving your time. How you can save your time, how you can reduce your stress. Okay, see, if you manage your time effectively, you can reduce your stress. See, I'm restreaming this session. We have already conducted this session, I know, but still we are reconducting this session. Like, suppose many of them has missed this session, so I'm reconducting it, right, to function effectively. Like, suppose you are given a task and you are not able to fulfill that task in a particular time interval. Okay, then what you will do, you will try to run away, right? You will not complete that task and you will leave that task. So to manage your time is like managing your money, right? So to increase your work output. Okay, now to have more control over our job responsibilities. Suppose you are given a responsibility of monitoring a class. Okay, so what are the shortcomings they are facing, what are the problems they are facing? Okay, you should try to resolve them. Okay, that is how you can manage the time. All right, now, how to use your time effectively? First point is effective planning. Okay, without planning, nobody can go ahead, right? Suppose you fail in your planning, so you can replan them accordingly. Okay, see, make sure that when you make a planning, you make according to your convenience. Okay, so that there is no rescheduling. Okay, now setting your goals and objectives. See, various peoples are having various objectives and goals for the upcoming year. So try to set a new goals and try to set a particular deadline for a goal. Okay, goal without a deadline is like a waste. All right, so delegation of our responsibilities, prioritizing your activities as per their importance. Okay, now you should know what are the activities which are actually important to you and what are the activities are important but not that much important. Okay, so you should start prioritizing your activities as per their importance. Next one is the spending right time on right activity. Okay, see, spending right time on right activity is very important. Okay, suppose you are spending amount of time in your sports activities or whatever other activities like playing video games and playing on laptop. Okay, so those activities should not affect your studies. Okay, so this was the one of the important part. All right, now let's move on to the next part. Next is the process of time management. Start with cost of your time. Okay, making activity logs. Okay, like suppose you have 10 days for a particular event. you plan those 10 days ahead of time. Goal setting, as I told you, when you are setting a particular goal, you want to achieve this thing in a particular interval of time, so you should work upon it. You should have a written goal first of all. Okay, now next is planning, prioritizing, scheduling. Okay, see, scheduling means, suppose you are planning out your day, what are the things and what are the timelines I should work on. Suppose 3 to 5 is the timeline given. Okay, in that 3 to 5, what is the work or a task I am going to complete? What if I don't complete that task in a given interval of time? What are the consequences? See, planning this will give you a better idea for achieving your goals. Like suppose you are working on a long term goal, it will definitely help you, right? Understanding your true value by calculating your cost per year. Okay, suppose you are working in an office, right? Salary, taxes, office space, office equipments, profit you generate, so these are the expenses you incur in the academic year. Now calculate your hourly rate, cost per year, work per hour. You can see, this is the where you can understand the importance of your time. Okay, making activity logs. Suppose it will help you in making realistic estimate on time spent during the day on job orders, pinpoint the critical areas, time spent on low values. Suppose there is an activity which is useless and you are giving more than 3 hours on a particular activity. Imagine you are watching a movie, okay, and you already spent 3 hours, and with that, after that, you are discussing with your friends for another 3 hours. It is a total waste of time. Okay, so you should pinpoint the critical areas, find the high yielding time of our day. Okay, like suppose you get up in the morning and you start planning your day, and you realize that yes, I can give this 3 to 8 3 to 5 ka time for my like other activity, and I will plan my studies in 5 to 7, and then later 7 to 9 I will utilize for my interest or hobbies. Okay, so this is how you should develop your planning abilities. Okay, now let's talk about goal setting. Now, setting a lifetime goal helps you to chart your life course and your career path. Okay, suppose you are working on a particular career path. Okay, then you will realize that whenever you are heading towards your goal, that time you should know why you have chosen your goal, and is this the right goal. And suppose you have taken up a particular challenge, will you be able to fulfill the will you be able to fulfill your goals or not? Okay, now let's see what are the breakup your life see break up your lifetime goal in smaller goals. Okay, suppose you are dividing your goals into smaller goals, it will definitely help your goals a little bit earlier. Okay, now make your daily to-do list. Okay, suppose you are supposed to do a particular task and you are not making a to-do list for the day, so it will definitely hamper your performance throughout the day. Maybe you may not be able to use your time effectively, right? So make sure that you daily make your to-do list. Okay, to-do list is not that means you are wasting your time, simple. Okay, so revise and update your list on daily basis and judge your performance. Suppose, see, daily basis, if you are making your what we can say update list, suppose you are updating your list on daily basis, then what you will do, you will plan out your day. Suppose if you plan out your week, okay, then you can plan out your months, and then you can plan out 3 months, 6 months, a year. Okay, this is how you should go about it. Okay, so after a 1 month you should do the analysis, what are the things you have learned and what are the things you need to improve in a particular area. See, if you are not working on an improvement section, it will definitely affect your uh, performance in the result sheet. Okay, so make short-term goals but try to fulfill before the time or before the deadline. All right, planning, see, draw a action plan. Suppose you are making a charts for better understanding, you need to chart them and plan them accordingly so that it would be easier to read and interpret for yourself, right? Now let's talk about prioritizing the task. Make a to-do list, consider the value of task before to do. Is it worth spending that time and company resources? Suppose you have taken up a task and you are not able to deliver it effectively, then you should give more time to the task rather than canceling it or rescheduling it. Give more time to that task because it requires your time. Okay, now you should know how to prioritize your task. Okay, so this is how you should plan your daily routine. All right, now let's move on to the next part, which is scheduling. Now make a realistic estimate of how much you can do. See, everybody know their potential. Okay, so you should choose the task according to your potential, right? Suppose a task is beyond your potential, you can try that task, but do not waste much of your time and you lose self confidence. Okay, make a realistic estimate on how much time you can do it. Okay, plan to make the best use of your available time. Okay, whatever time is available to you, try to make best out of it. Now let's move on to the next part. Preserve some contingency time to deal with unexpected jobs. See, sometimes there may be possible you get an assignment, you get an additional work which was not planned in your schedule. Okay, so be ready for it. That doesn't mean, array, like, I got this much amount of work and I how can I do this, I have lots of work scheduled. See, try to adjust that schedule so that whatever amount of additional work you are having, you can complete that. Minimize stress by avoiding overcommitment to yourself and others. See, if you have committed to yourself, try to finish in a stipulated time, but don't compare your timelines with others. Okay, that has nothing to do with your timeline. See, your speed and other speed may be different. Okay, so it is okay to fulfill the task in a speed which is feasible to you. All right, so this is how you can schedule your task. Now, how to achieve your goals. Be your own judge and your own motivator. Make time management your tool for your success. See, whenever we are talking about success, you should plan your success ahead of time. Likewise, suppose you are making a timeline of 5 years. Okay, so what are the things you are going to do in the next 5 years? Like this, you should plan ahead so that it would be easier. See, first plan a week, then plan a month, then plan 6 months, then maybe a year. This, repeat it, just keep it in a loop so that you will realize how closer I am to the success, right? So this is how you can plan your success. Use your time wisely. See, as I said, don't waste your time. Time is like a precious thing which you should never lose. Okay, time is what we want the most, but what we use the worst. Okay, so suppose you are not using your time effectively, in fact you are losing your value and you are making your loss indirectly. Okay, the common man is not concerned about the passage of time. The man of talent is driven by it. Suppose I'm given a task and I'm not able to fulfill that task in a given particular time. So what I will give you, what I will give, I will say, I will give multiple excuses. Array, this was very big task and how can I fulfill that task? Okay, I need more time. Okay, even after getting more time, what you are going to do, you will give multiple excuses. So that is not at all acceptable, right? So whenever you are given a task, you should finish the task in a particular interval of time, right? Now let's move on to the next part. The key is not spending time but investing it wisely. Okay, so you should plan your, see, likewise we plan our investments, so likewise you should plan your time as well. Okay, make use of time, let not advantage slip. Okay, see, it is a suppose you are losing your time. Okay, suppose a friend calls you and tells you let's go for a movie. Okay, and you have a lots of tasks scheduled. See, it is okay to say no to a friend rather than wasting your time and rescheduling your to-do list. Okay, so it is very important when you are planning something, make sure you should not cancel those plans. Okay, suppose you are planning for a trip, it is okay to go for a trip, but see, if you have a planned task, think over it. What are the priorities? Is the task important or the trip important? Okay, so situation becomes odd if you don't manage time. Okay, so when we talk about time, it is a most and most precious thing which you should utilize. Okay, So this is the best thing you can do in your life. All right, now manage your time and keep smiling. Right, suppose you have done good thing in your day. Right, now what you will do at the end of the day, you will realize, yeah, this was a task scheduled for the day and I have completed my task and I have fulfilled the day to day routine. Okay, now let's move on to the next day, what it brings. Okay, so this is how you should be like happy about yourself. Think about yourself, think about others as well. Right, make sure you do your work, you help others as well on daily basis. Okay, now last part, if you have any questions, let me know, I will answer few of them. And feel free to comment, and suppose you have any queries, you can always get in touch with me on Instagram. All right, so that's all for today's session. Thank you and have a nice day. So don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the like button. All right, thank you, that's all for today's session. Bye bye, take care, good night, happy new year.